What makes a covert narcissist go unnoticed for so long without being caught? Welcome to the Power of Love Education. I am Maria Quaroli, a life and relationship coach and trainer. I want to thank everyone on YouTube that is fighting against this narcissistic abuse. It has helped me to open my eyes on what was my reality. I was involved for over 21 years with a covert narcissist, and I didn't know it. So I got to study through a research for coaching about toxic relationships, and I found out about narcissism, and I found there is a well of information on YouTube that shows how there are same patterns, but the reality of each one that goes through it adds a new dimension and enlarges our understanding on this such complex subject. It's so foggy, it's so difficult to understand what is really wrong with it. So here I go with was my understanding, my learning experience. I think it's important that each one that goes through this shares the tools that have helped to overcome this critical issue. I want to talk today about the dark side, the dark strength that the covert narcissist possesses to make you believe in him. And this is deceit. He appears as such a humble, personal, beautiful fellow that has your interest in his heart. The reality is that he's so interested in finding out about you so that he can use all this information to hurt you. The narcissist is like a great illusionist. What he does, he mirrors what your feelings are, what your ideas are, your thoughts, your goals, your desires, the things you like and the things you don't like. And you feel that you're so much similar, that you have so much in common, that you feel a special connection. And you believe that he's your best friend or your best lover, your best possible husband, the person that is right for you and right by your side. But the truth is so different. King David of old shared his experience with probably was a covert narcissist, because he wasn't an enemy. He was one of his best friends. He was one person that he had a very intimate connection with. And he says, his talk is smooth as butter, yet war is in his heart. His words are more soothing than oil, yet they are drawn swords. And that's exactly how you feel when you unmask this deceitful person that creates a world of illusion and traps you in it. You are surrounded by his lies and you are completely in the dark and you don't realize what is going on, but you feel strange. You feel that something is really wrong, and yet you can't define it. There is a picture of how Satan himself operates. He's pictured as a roaring lion that goes around seeking his prey, seeking the person whom he can devour. And that's exactly how his deceit works. He is seeking for your weak points, the vulnerable spot where he can get in to later devour you or cause you sickness or cause you ill feelings and such a deep hurt because you can't express it. You can't know exactly what's going on. There is another terrifying description of Satan in Dante's work, the Divina Commedia, which puts him at the bottomless pit. He's on a piece of ice and is eating 3 traitors. And this is to say that betrayal is the worst sin, at least for Dante it was. And so these are the kind of people that are at the bottom of hell in his interpretation of it. Betrayal and deceit are just so bad because they hurt you in the deepest level. They eat up at your trust, and it's so cruel to devour trust when there is such a great need for it. Yet the covert narcissist, in spite of his humble and sweet and unassuming appearance, he believes that he's superior to everyone else. And is so happy when people look at him and marvel at his smooth ways, and they see him as a work of art, as a masterpiece. And he just feeds on it. And at the same time, he's so entertained by the idea that you really believe in him, that you really believe at what he's saying to you. It's almost a sadist in his way of rejoicing, especially when you feel hurt, because he promises you everything. He might tell you the most beautiful things someone has ever told you, but then he treats you with despite, with ignoring you or criticizing you or belittling you and making you feel really sad in the end. There are also people that keep believing in him no matter what, even once he's been exposed, even after his tricks of illusions crumble down and it's exposed. But when people still believe in him no matter what and still assist him, they act as flying monkeys, as people that keep operating for him, blissfully ignoring what is really going on and refusing to see the truth. There was a moment of despair once I closed the book of my life with a narc. I say goodbye and close the door behind him forever. And for a moment I felt, oh wow, I am really by myself. I am alone. But that feeling of despair lasted a couple minutes, no more, because then I realized that I could finally appreciate this state of being really by myself. And so I could handle it, I could transform it into a very creative time. I could see new possibilities, new adventure. And while all the time before, all those 21 years and over, I thought I had the illusion that I had somebody who loved me beside me. But in reality, I was alone. I was alone most of the time, and I felt lonely because though I believed in him, my feelings that I was repressing, my intuition that I was muting, were telling me that something was deeply wrong. But I couldn't imagine that he was different from what he was showing me. I couldn't believe that he was lying to me every single day, in every situation. And while he apparently seemed so friendly and so helpful, in reality, he was stabbing my back all the time. So, what a relief to understand that this time I could give myself a new start. And I believe that for each one of us who has believed in somebody and has been discarded, has felt deep disillusionment and disappointment, there is a superpower that we still possess. Probably if the narc was with you all this time, if he chose you to begin with, is because you are a loving person. And that's your superpower, be able to create love. So opposed to the world of illusion that he creates. He creates illusion with his deceit, and you can create love through empathy, through trusting. And this is who you truly are. This is your authentic self. And this is different from a person that is used to wear a mask. With every different person, he has a different personality. He shows different colors. But you can create new opportunities for you. Don't lose courage if you find yourself at the end of what seems to be the end of a road, because in truth, it's a new beginning for you. It's a new, wonderful opportunity. And if you want to know more on how to overcome the narcissistic abuse, you can contact me at mariaquarolicoaching.com. There is a page in English. It's still a work in progress, but I offer a course with 8 coaching sessions to understand what's been happening to you and give you all the tools you need to overcome and cherish this time, to learn from this priceless experience and learn to use your superpower to love in the way that you deserve, and that will bring you happiness. See you soon.